Hello everyone, myself Khushi Ravya and my today's topic is psychological Vakrōkti in Bollywood, dream, reality and metaphor in Tamasha. These are my personal information, table of contents. Research question. How does Tamasha employ psychological Vakrokti and depict, identify conflicts, self-discovery and contrasts between dream and reality in Bollywood cinema? Hypothesis. Tamasha is effectively utilized psychological Vakrokti to symbolism, non-linear storytelling, music and visual contrasts, allowing for a deeper exploration of the protagonist's internal struggle between societal expectation and authentic self-expression. The film's indirect narrative techniques enhance emotional depth and audience engagement, making it a significant case study in Bollywood's use of Vakrokti. Introduction. Tamasha movie published in 2015 by Imtiaz is a cinematic exploration of identity, societal expression, and self-discovery using the aesthetic concepts of Vakrokti, indirect expressions. Instead of directly standing with psychological conflict, the film conveys it through symbolism, metaphors, color contrasts, music, and fragmented storytelling. The contrast between dream and reality reflects his inner turmoil, making Tamasha a powerful example of psychological Vakrokti in Bollywood. This presentation analyzes how the film subtly express emotion and conflict through visual storytelling and indirect narrative techniques. Vakrokti, this is a definition of Vakrokti. Vakrokti is when both word and meaning are artistically curved through the poet's skill. When properly arranged in composition, it becomes poetry, delighting those who understand its depth. The Vakrokti theory was given by Acharya Kuntaka in his work Vakrokti Jivita. This is an example of Vakrokti, as T.S. Eliot highlights the importance of learned scholar for writing poetry or even reading poetry. Similarly, Kuntaka told this only learned men can enjoy the real essence of the poetry. This is a six type of Vakrokti. Six type of Vakrokti: phonetic level, morphologic level, lexical level, grammatical level, contextual level, and thematic level. Vakrokti in cinema, the role of indirect expression in film. Vakrokti use a deviation from direct meaning to engage audiences. Films achieve ironic and Vakrokti-based storytelling through contrast, subtext, and symbolisms. Vakrokti's cinematic application, juxtaposition, placing contrasting visual dialogues or soundtracks to create an indirect meaning. Self-referentiality, films refreshing their own artificial breaking the fourth wall. Vakrokti in cinematic techniques, editing choices, jumps, cuts, flex, or discontinuous narratives create a sense of irony or indirect meaning. Cinematography, camera angles, and lighting and color tones can suggest subtext. Psychological Vakrokti in Tamasha. Here is a brief overview of Tamasha movie, directed by Imtiaz and non-linear narrative and symbolic storytelling explore psychological conflict between societal conformity and personal identify. Films follow Wade's emotional journey and it meets external expectation, identity confuse, and emotional instability and fear of rejection of Ved. Through the Vakrokti, Tamasha conveys inner turmoil using flashback, poetic dialogues, and visual contrasts, making it powerful cinematic portrayal to mental health and self-discovery. This is contextual Vakrokti, Prakran Vakrata, using in this Tamasha movie, layered narrative structure. Life as a script performance. The film presents a meta narrative where is a portrait as a pre-written script. Ved lives by a socially accepted storyline until the conform the artificial of that script and begins to rewrite his own. In this story, past and present mirroring layers identify, and his symbolize authentic creative self. In the character of double life highlights existential fragmentation, and old storyteller acts archetypal guard and Ved's self-awareness. The film does not acceptly state the Ved has debates or identity issues. Instead, his issue jump cuts, flashback, and contrasting setting to convey his psychological turmoil. Lexical Vakrōkti, पद वक्रता, मेटाफोरिक डायलॉग्स एंड एक्सप्रेशंस. की डायलॉग्स, अपनी कहानी खुद लिखो, राइट योर ओन स्टोरी, symbolize with self liberation and breaking free from societal expression. डायलॉग्स दैट हाइलाइट्स तुम वैसे क्यों नहीं हो जाते जैसे कोर्सिया में थे. इट्स डायलॉग रिफ्लेक्ट्स वेट्स आइडेंटिटी शिफ्ट्स एंड suppression. Which dialogues about not belonging is corporate jobs subtly hint at his depression and identity confused. In Vakrōkti element is instead of direct exposition, the film uses poetic and metaphorical language to highlight Ved's inner battle between social expression and personal happiness. Grammatical Vakrōkti, poetic construction of dialogue. It's symbolizes stylic poetic using fragmentous rhythm and unconventional grammar to express inner turmoil and emotions impact, giving the audience as a visceral experience of Ved's disintegrated psyche. In this Vakrokti is unfinished sentence and broken speech, and Ved's confusion symbolizing, and Ved's mirror scene use echoing is a repetition and emotional device, and formal versus informal speech marks emotional tension and highlight his syntax play. Uh, in music and poetry as वक्रोक्ति, song as a emotional expression. अगर तुम साथ हो, in movies this song is no direct dialogue, only music and express conveys pain, highlighting Ved's emotional turmoil. And song named Safarnama represent of self discovery and freedom, mirroring Ved's journey. Vakrokti technique used in music symbolize in sound soft melodic tunes during Ved's internal struggle, reflect his sadness, and loud chaotic beats during his breakdown mirror his emotional instability. Lyricism and Vakrokti, instead of direct storytelling, the lyrics metaphorically express Ved's transformation, making his emotionally subtly powerful. Conclusion: Tamasha masterfully blends artistic deviation with psychological depth, turning Ved's mental struggle into a poetic experience rather than a direct exposition. Through fragmented storytelling, contrasting setting, and metaphorical dialogues, the film mirrors his battle with identity, emotions, and self expression, making his journey both relatable and thought provoking. These are my references. Thank you.